it took over my life to the point where, my family paled into insignificance. It ended up costing me my job, it cost me my house, it cost me everything.
Senior MPs have heard the message. Today, they accuse the gaming industry of failing to tackle addiction.
So I added loot boxes. Hi guys, welcome! So in this week's video we are going to continue the development of the game Fly. For those of you wondering why continue when this is the first episode, well, there was episode 0 where I talked about the project and the plans. I will give you a brief summary about this project, but if you are interested, I highly recommend watching episode 0. I will leave the link in the iCard up there. So Fly is a mobile game where you play as a spaceship trying to survive waves of enemies. The main mechanic of this game is inspired by a famous mobile game called Archer.io, where you can shoot only when stood still. This series documents the development journey, and if you don't want to miss any of the episodes, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And maybe turn on post notification. This week I focused on the game loop. I've added main menu, level generation, XP system, endgame system and stuff like that. And then I added loot boxes and shop. I had a big dilemma with loot boxes. It's a controversial topic. A lot of people believe they shouldn't be in endgame and that there is a group of people that quite likes them. It got a lot of news coverage and YouTube videos, so if you wanna learn more about this problem, I will link some below. In this video I will tell you my point of view. Loot boxes are fine when done right. The most used argument against the boxes is that they encourage gambling. That's why they've been banned in several countries. The way I want to combat this is to don't allow any microtransactions, so no real money spent on the game, and to offer all these items that are in the loot boxes in shop, so you can buy them separately. Okay, let's see how I did the box. Okay, so first I defined probability of the drops. In this example, let's use 3 items with probability 70, 20 and 10. Right in the start function, I sum all the probabilities into one variable. When you click open loot box, the loot function is called. It generates random number from 0 to the total, then it checks if the random number is lower or equal to the probability. If that's true, you get the item. If not, you subtract that probability from the random number and checks the next probability and so on. This can be a bit confusing, so let's look at our example. 60 is lower than the first probability, which was 70, so we get that item. Now let's pretend that the random number is 90, and at the end you will get the rarest item with 10% probability. With that done, I started working on the shop. For the UI, I followed this tutorial to get the UI snapping just right. I will also link it down below. I used the same code for the level selection screen, and the levels are randomly generated. Random generation of levels is pretty scary. You need a big variety in the levels, so the player doesn't get bored playing the same level with minor changes. For now I can enter desired number of levels, and the script will generate random planets with random colors. When you complete the level, you will get a certain amount of XP, and when you level up, your damage will increase. As you can see, I'm level 27, so I will be able to one-shot enemies in the first few levels, but I will have some trouble killing them in the next levels. Next week I want to focus on adding more enemies and more bosses, so if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments or on my Discord. I have a lot of school and I'm still getting used to Unity, so the progress is a bit slower, but I'm trying to learn and the pace will pick up in the future. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye! Subscribe.